Today, from Portland, Oregon, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Portland Lumberjacks taking on the Houston Voyagers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Portland team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their... Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 9 catches, 79 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They bring their punter out there now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, Getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're sixes.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on third. And they'll send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On first down, Irvin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on first down. Strickland finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, Strickland. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. On first down, Strickland firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Again, he'll drop to throw. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Off the play fake. Richards. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On 1st and 10, Richards. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richards. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Are you serious, dog?
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Strickland.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Strickland. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richards over the middle, complete. That's Pearson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Richards. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Voyagers have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 9-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Washington. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strickland. And this one's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On 3rd down, Strickland.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. To throw on 2nd down, Richards. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Off play action, Richards. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Throwing on 3rd and long, Richards. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll run on 1st down. Irvin. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give right side. Irvin. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground. So
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try the left side. Irvin, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st down, Irvin.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Strickland. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw again. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
And I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Looking to throw on second down. Richards. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On second down now, Irvin. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll keep it on the ground. Irvin, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Houston set to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To throw on second down, Richards. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Richards. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Richards. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Back to throw. Richards. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Barry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Barry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Portland's offense now about set to take over.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Strickland throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun, Strickland. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Houston's offense taking over again.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richards.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richards. Got an open man. It's Scott.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Richards firing quickly here, and that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the 1st before he's tackled. Now they'll run on the draw. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Richards. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Going to give this time to the tailback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Richards. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Voyagers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great out.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. And obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Washington. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing on 1st down. Strickland. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw on 2nd down. Strickland. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Strickland. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Back to throw. Strickland. A quick throw, but incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Strickland. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The offense on third down, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Strickland. Steps away to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with Crockett. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Looking to throw. Strickland. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Good job there defensively to push them back on 1st down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not, because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score. But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Strickland. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lumberjacks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now out comes Houston. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Richards firing quickly here, and that's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
To throw on 2nd down, Richards, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Richards. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Richards. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On 1st and 10, Richards. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Voyagers are able to extend their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Washington.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 12. At time, a huge factor. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Throwing on 1st down. Strickland.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Strickland.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Open man here is Gentry. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Operating from the gun. Strickland. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back to throw. Strickland. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for our visitors, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.